A little Canton Cougars arena football. And again, the Cougars getting ready for a brand new season coming up in 2011. And their ownership group and everybody's been getting guys on. And Boo Jackson is going to be the newest member of the Cougars. And Boo, of course, played as a college ball at OU. Boo, welcome to the show, my man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
All right. I appreciate you coming on today. I know a lot of folks are excited to have you up here playing. I got to watch you a lot at Ohio U. I watched you give Ohio State fits one afternoon down in Columbus. That was a little scary for me, I got to tell you. What have you been up to since playing for the Bobcats? What's been going on?
I've actually moved back to California. I've been working out and I actually coach a freshman football team out here.
Very nice. Very nice.
Oh, yeah.
Whereabouts you live out in California?
Torrance, Gardena. It's 15 minutes away from Long Beach.
Okay, all righty. Take us back to your days at OU. Unbelievable stats, running and throwing the ball. You played for a real good coach and Coach Solich. Tell us about your days down there in Athens.
Oh man, it was amazing. I couldn't have asked to be at a better facility, a better place, with the people that surrounded me and the friends and fans that we had. It was just completely amazing. I mean, coming from California, especially Los Angeles, and going to a small place like Athens, I didn't know what to expect. The first couple of days on campus, I was a little shaken, missing home and stuff like that. But the people there were so nice and just welcoming me with open arms. And it was just a fun atmosphere to be at. I mean, I was there for 3 years. Yeah, I got hurt 1 year. Mm-hmm. And, those 3 years were probably the best 3 years of my life. And it's because of the people that are at Ohio University and the people I surrounded myself with, the coaching staff and the friends and fans and the people that I was able to meet. And I know I met love of my life so far right now with Brittany, and we've been dating for about 2 years now. So we're still hanging on strong, and that's one of the main reasons I came back to Canton.
Awesome, man. It's a really a pleasure to have you come back here and play. What do you think you can bring to the Cougars and arena football? Little different than playing on the big field outside, isn't it?
Oh yes, most definitely. I don't know. I've actually watched a lot of AFL games and stuff like that, and it's kind of the same, but a lot different. Seeing how it's less people playing and a smaller field. But I feel like I could do the same thing in the smaller field just as good as I did outside in a bigger field. So I'd be able to bring my athleticism as a quarterback, being able to move out of the pocket, just be able to run with my feet and also make big plays with my arm as well.
Boo Jackson joining us, a former OU product and now a member of the Canton Cougars. And Boo will be part of the Cougars this season as they open up play in 2011 here at the Civic Center. 2012, I should say. So what were you in college? About 6'1", 6'2", a little over 200 pounds?
Yep, exactly.
Now, did you get any action, any looks from the NFL or tryouts or CFL or anything like that?
I actually had a tryout with the Cleveland Gladiators.
Okay.
But that was the extent of it. But I had some good conversations with the Rams, St. Louis Rams, and the Seattle Seahawks. But nothing ever came out of it. They went different ways with their quarterbacks. So we're having extensive conversations right as the lockout ended, but they went a different way with their quarterback situation. They made big moves. Both teams actually did, and St. Louis Rams already had their franchise quarterback. Mm-hmm. So I was just looking on to get on just to show my talents and hopefully fight for the number 2 spot and maybe somehow get to the number 1 spot on any team, and at the most get someone to look at me, and it didn't happen. I went the AFL route, tried out with the Cleveland Gladiators, and we talked, and they tried me out as a wide receiver for a 2-day tryout, and I went down there, and I was kind of surprised. I mean, I'm athletic, so I know I could play receiver, but I was a little thrown off, and they're like, "Yeah, you're trying out as a receiver," and I was like, "Oh,
well, all right, news to me, huh?"
Yeah, they were really surprised. They asked me how long I've been playing receiver, and I was like, probably like 2 weeks since you guys told me I was going to play receiver. So I don't know. And then they're like, "So you played quarterback? We want to see you throw." And they took me out after one of the practices, and I showed my arm, and they're like, "Wow, how long have you been playing quarterback?" And I was about 16 years. Uh-huh. And they're like, "Geez, if we would have known, we would have put you on as a quarterback, not a receiver." So they called me like 2 days later and said they actually signed a Dallas Cowboys practice squad receiver instead of me. So went my separate way, came back out here to California, just been working out and trying to get my film to anybody possible. And luckily, Canton, Coach Tim Clark found it, emailed me, and, we've been working out ever since.
Beautiful. Well, it's all going to work out. One door closes, another one opens up. You know that.
Exactly.
Boo Jackson is joining us. So it sounds like, my man, you still got, some aspirations to play in the NFL or somewhere along the way here, because you're still very young, and obviously you've got loads of talent.
Oh yeah, most definitely. That's always been a dream of mine. Just growing up, watching TV, watching, my favorite team is the Dallas Cowboys, and even though I grew up in California, since I started watching them, they were winning championships, and now it's a little different time and age now, but ever since then, I've always wanted to be on that big stage, and, it's always been a dream of mine, and I'm going to work as hard as I can to fulfill that dream, whether it be on a practice squad, third string, second string, special teams, or maybe even being a franchise player. But until that day comes, I got to take it one step at a time, and this is another step in my career that I'm taking.
There you go. Well, I wish you all the best. I'm sure we'll get to know each other when you come to town. Boo Jackson, newest member of the Canton Cougars of the Ultimate Indoor Football League. Hey, stay healthy, my friend. We'll see you when you get to town.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
You got it. Boo Jackson joining us here on WHBC.
They send Bates in motion. They do hand it off to him. Pulls it over to the right side. He's going to throw. Looks left. Lobs it left. Looks for the end zone. Boo jumps up and he caught it. Touchdown, Ohio. Phil Bates pulled it back. Fired a lob to the first O in Ohio in that north end zone. Boo high steps to celebrate to the Ohio sideline, and Ohio's on top 13-0.